This feels weird. Can we like petition Colliton to grow a mustache? Like a big gray one?
Sucker blood. I want to overact. What was that? This is gonna be a good year. Not too shabby. The best game ever.
Hello and welcome to Hawks Recap. Game 16 has concluded for this season, and the Blackhawks dropped their 6th straight game. They lose tonight at home to the Carolina Hurricanes by a score of 4-3. Now, before I really dig into this, I kind of want to apologize for the last 2 Hawks Recap videos I did out of town. Wasn't quite the way I wanted to do them. Just shoddy videos. They weren't really up to the quality that I want them to be, and it just happened that way. So apologies about that. And they were the last 2 videos of the Coach Q era. That's disappointing. I wish I could have done better for that, because Coach Q deserved more than that, and certainly you guys deserve more than the quality of videos that those 2 videos were. So sorry about that, but I can't go back. We can't change it now. We kind of have to just move on, and that's really kind of what we're in now with Jeremy Colliton being the head coach of the Hawks. Brand new era for the Hawks, and we're going to have to just kind of wait and see how it all plays out. But first period didn't start off all that great. A little under 5 minutes into the game, Blackhawks turn the puck over in their defensive zone, which is definitely not a new thing this season, no matter who the coach is. Jakubczak gets a rebound in front. He picks it up, pots it home past Crawford. Hurricanes get their early 1-0 lead, and then about 9 minutes into the game, Carolina on the power play, they take advantage of it. Slavin is able to pot home the puck, kind of chips it over Crawford's pads. Just a lot of just chopping away. Blackhawks defense just is not there to shove those players away, and extends the lead to 2-0. And then a little under 5 minutes left to go in the first period. Blackhawks lose a board battle in their defensive end, which is, once again, not a new thing. Everyone's kind of out of position, and Carolina takes advantage of it, where Giuseppe gets the puck. Corey Crawford's out of position. There was a screen in front, so he couldn't really see all that well. Basically a wide open net. Giuseppe buries it home, and just like that, the Blackhawks are down 3-0 in the first period of the new era. Now, I do want to stress that the Blackhawks didn't really play all that poorly in the first period. They got outshot 16-13, which isn't really all that bad at all. But Blackhawks had their chances. They just couldn't capitalize. On the flip side, Carolina capitalized on basically every single grade A chance they had. Blackhawks in the defensive end, they were tentative. They were a little cautious. It seemed like they were caught in between 2 systems, which, wouldn't be that surprising considering, it's the first game of a new coach. It's going to happen. You're just hoping that it's not 3-0 and it's more like 1-0. But it's the way it is, and they got to find a way to try and get back into this game. Unfortunately, about a minute and a half into the second period, the Hurricanes with some offensive zone time, cycling the puck. Sebastian Aho gets the puck below the goal line. He throws a nice nifty little pass to the front of the net slot area where DeHaan is absolutely wide open. Complete defensive zone breakdown from the Hawks, and he buries it fairly easily. Crawford, no chance at all, and Crawford, after that goal scored, turns around, snaps his stick on the crossbar, and couple that with the unveiling of the Winter Classic jerseys, talking about the Blackhawks and Bruins. Tuukka Rask, take note, that's how you break a goalie stick. Speaking of which, I'm going to be doing a separate video detailing the new Winter Classic jersey for the Hawks. I'm going to do that video right after I'm done with this one, so stay tuned for that. Now, at this point, this game seems pretty much over. You're down 4 goals. The crowd isn't into it. The Blackhawks defense definitely isn't into it. Scotty Darling is playing great at the other end. This game just seems kind of lost. And definitely would not have blamed Colliton for pulling Crawford here, but he doesn't. He leaves him in. And it seems like Crawford breaking his stick over the crossbar was a bit of a wake-up call for the rest of the team. Because about 4.5 minutes into the second period, Brent Seabrook makes a great defensive play to break up an odd man rush from the Hurricanes, and it sparks a 2-on-1 for the Hawks. Kane with the puck, Anisimov driving. Kane tries to saucer a pass over to him. hits a defenseman's stick, goes straight on net. Darling does a great job just fighting that one off, but the puck is still rolling towards the goal line. TVR trying to clear it off, but Patrick Kane lifts his stick. Really brilliant play there to let the puck then go into the net. And the Hawks get a goal, get on the scoreboard, and it seems like from there on, now they got life. And they started picking it up and started playing with confidence and actually started passing decently, which they didn't do at all in the first period. So fun fact, Patrick Kane scored the first goal in not only Jeremy Colliton's coaching era for the Hawks, but also Joe Quenneville's coaching era for the Hawks. So that's kind of neat. Maybe that's a sign of good things to come. About halfway through the second period, Brandon Saad wearing that fish bowl on his face after getting hit with the puck in practice a couple days ago, having to get some dentistry done on his teeth. Takes the puck, winds around, loses the defender a little bit, then turns and shoots the puck on net. It redirects off Camp into the back of the net, and all of a sudden it's a 4-2 game, and the Blackhawks, they've got some life. Both teams would have some good looks in that second period, but both Crawford and Darling stood tall, and we would go into the third period with the score being 4-2. So then exactly 3 minutes and 33 seconds into the third period, Pat Foley had a blast with that one. Nick Schmaltz takes the puck into the offensive zone, creates a little bit of separation from TVR, curls and drags it a little bit, changes the angle, creates a screen using TVR, and rips a shot past Scott Darling. Yeah, it's probably a shot that Darling should have saved, but with TVR kind of being a screen a little bit because of how Schmaltz changed the angle, it was a little bit of a tough one for Darling. But all of a sudden now, it's a 4-3 game. It's a one-goal game, and there's a lot of third period left. In the end, the Hawks weren't able to tie the game up, so they lose 4-3. Scott Darling played great in the third period, made some great saves to preserve the win for the Hurricanes. But you look at this and you think, well, the Hawks down 3 goals at the end of one, down 4-0 early in the second period. They could have easily thrown in the towel, but the fact that they regained their composure, they battled back, they fought back, they got to within a goal, and they had some great chances to tie this game up. That's a big positive to me. That's a really big positive. And I think we need to kind of step back a bit and look at this game. Yeah, we don't like to lose at all, and we certainly don't like to lose our 6th straight game. But in the grand scheme of things, this effort that they put forth in the latter 2 periods are something that they can definitely build on going into their next game. And this first period that they had looked like something where they just were unsure about themselves, especially with a new coach for the first time in 11 years. You can't really think when you're on the ice. You have to make decisions quick. You have to be able to pass the puck, shoot it. You got to know where you're going with it. And at times it just didn't seem like they did. They were hesitant, and Carolina took advantage of that. But over the latter 2 periods when it looked like they were more comfortable in the system and with themselves and, understand, what? Yeah, we may have a new coach, but we're still playing hockey. We still know what we're doing. We're still professional hockey players. Things kind of turned around for a minute. And I'd like to see how Colliton, keeps this team going in these next couple of games. Up next, the Blackhawks are traveling to Philadelphia to face the Flyers on national television. That's going to be an interesting one for the world to see the new coach of the Blackhawks. We'll see what happens with the lines. Kruger went out with an injury in this game, and is one of the reasons why Patrick Kane got nearly 28 minutes of ice time in this one. That's absolutely just insane to me. But we're probably going to have to keep Martinson in, especially if he's going to have to face Gritty at some point. But Colliton did a great job when Kruger went out, just mixing up the lines. It seemed like he didn't miss a beat. How hard is it really, I guess, to just throw Kane on every single line? But still, it'll be interesting to see what happens with the lines, because right now he's kind of still playing with Coach Q's lines. We'll see if he mixes it up a little bit. So that's it. Thanks for watching this episode of Hawks Recap. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. Like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate that as always. Also, if you want to support me even more, I have links to my Patreon and merch down in the description, so check those out. But most importantly, stay safe, make good decisions, and I'll see you next time.